Hey man, shout out my nigga. Hey, hey, shout out my nigga T90J, man. You feel me? Let's see what brothers talking about something. Cause my nigga famous Richard, my nigga done got here. That done picked up my nigga Feds. That took him from the Feds, man. So let me see what the fuck going on, man.
They say Boom Gang walked, so famous Richard could run. Walked, so famous Richard could run. It's a whole lot of games! What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, you bro? What's going on, you bro? Oh, man!
Oh, nigga in church. Chill out, fool. Chill out, fool. Hold on. Chill out, fool.
Hey, on King David, since I was a kid, I was always scared of dogs. On King David, y'all know who the f*** I am, shorty? King David, stop playing me, shorty.
Oh, you over there tweaking with the police, you playing.
I'm tweaking with me on King David, you're not even coming like that.
Do you need black mail or anything? We want to store to get hot dogs and stuff. No, you don't. You got that thing in here.
What's up, everybody? It's 1090J. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on the series of events that led up to famous Richard being indicted by the feds. When it comes to Florida, not many places can top the madness. And then there's Chicago. 25 many places can top the madness. And then there's Chicago.
Nigga took a loss.
25-year-old Richard Sharp, aka famous Richard, would fall somewhere between the line of troll and comedian.
How did be always said, it's always some ugly in this, shorty. So just appreciate life. King David, let that bike out. You get out. Get out. You just kept me your last time, bro. I'm not done yet. Trespassing, you have to leave. Okay, David, shorty. Okay, David, shorty.
Gaining fame for his wild antics, he'd move out of Chicago, travel into the more luxurious state of New Jersey. Richard was now close enough to where he'd be able to make content in none other than New York City and be safely outside of the madness that is Chicago. Now, he wasn't necessarily pranking the people of New York. He was running down on one of New York's most notorious gangs, the NYPD. Famous Richard was literally going viral for pressing cops for their guns, and Instagram was loving it. The New York Post would even write...
that nigga used to say, where your pipe at? I straight where your pipe at? Hey, dude, stupid as fuck.
Guns, and
funny as hell.
Was loving it. The New York Post would even write an article stating NYPD searching for armed rapper trying to take cops' guns, and the NYPD would file an intelligence alert warning the city about famous Richard. He'd do a few harmless pranks, come across celebrities, and his career seemed to be on a steady rise. But NYC isn't all glamour and glitz. It's streets, bricks, and projects. And within those streets and projects are the gangs of New York. Now, coming from Chicago, famous Richard was no stranger to gangs and has an alleged tie to the Black Disciples himself. But many from Chicago would criticize his roots to the city, claiming he grew up somewhere in Minnesota. Richard would take to Instagram with his birth certificate, proving he was not only born at Roseland Hospital in Chicago, but that he's from the Hundreds.
Okay, Dave, stop trolling me, man. was born in Roseland Hospital, gang. I am from the hundreds, gang. I am from the hundreds.
Big dog status, I'm a big dog, pull up on the block, get a big dog,
This gang. Stop trolling me, gang.
Located in the Roseland neighborhood on the south side, the Wild Hundreds got its nickname from the street numbers and the high level of crime. It's unknown how long Famous Richard lived in the area, but he definitely has roots in Chicago, as his brother fell victim to the streets. On June 3rd, 2024, Chicago PD would respond to shots fired on Merrill Ave. This was the heart of Paxtown, an area based around 71st and Paxton, controlled by gangster disciples. Arriving on scene, officers would find 26-year-old Joshua Sharp, who was more commonly known as Lil Josh, the older brother of Famous Richard. Josh had been shot multiple times to the body and once in the forehead, leaving him to be pronounced dead at the scene. A witness would tell police they saw Josh on the ground when the suspect ran up, opening fire into his body before running off. Lil Josh was another rapper whose career went nowhere, and he can be seen in a throwback freestyle with two GDs very famous in Chicago drill history, Taekwon World TB and Taekwon World Poppy. All three of them would die from headshots in separate shootings. As soon as it became known Josh was dead, various gangs throughout Chicago would start dissing Josh, including NLMB and the Bloodhounds. With the dissing of his dead brother, Famous Richard would fire back, dissing NLMB's dead members. But he was doing so from the safety of another city.
Oh, he was?
Richard would take it a step further when he created the Quando Rondo Challenge.
Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV.
That shit not even funny, but that shit not funny at all, bro. It's the way this nigga mocking the shit out of this nigga, bro.
He would take it a step further when he created the Quando Rondo
You
Challenge.
know what you doing.
Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
The video was a recreation of Quando witnessing his cousin's murder, the very same murder Lil Durk had
Chill
shot
out,
for.
fool.
But again, Richard is from Chicago, where dissing the dead is as normal as making them dead. But in New York, Richard would quickly find the attention he sought.
Let a nigga play with me out here, gang. On King David. Let a nigga in New York play with me, gang. On King David, nigga. Y'all know what nigga come, gang. Ain't nobody gonna play with me, so I want a nigga to play with me, fuck. I been waiting on it.
2 hours later.
Love y'all, fool. On King David, fool. That page is back home before I love y'all on video, fool. Motherfuckers just shot me.
A lot of speculation came as to if he was really shot or was he just clout chasing. But the news would confirm the shooting did actually take place.
Tonight, police are searching for the two people responsible for a shooting in Brooklyn. It happened in Bushwick off Central Avenue near Palmetto Street. Officers found a 25-year-old man grazed by a bullet to the head. He was rushed to a hospital in stable condition. Police say two men got away on a moped.
Now, Famous Richard wouldn't be himself if he didn't make light of the situation, and he turned his own hospital release into a skit. In the skit, you can clearly see where Richard was grazed, as he has a patch with stitches on the back of his head. New York Crip Gino Rax would take to Instagram calling out Famous Richard, claiming he ratted.
Yo, hold up. Yo, Rich, you know you just ratted, right? You was a rat. You just dry snitch. Stop ratting on, please don't laugh, man. You talking about? Lucky niggas caught you before I got to court you, you heard? Go get back.
Gino would then share a screen recording of his DMs, arguing with Richard, who said nobody ever did anything to him.
No nigga ever grazed me. I didn't even get grazed on King David, nigga. When I hit the gate, when I jumped over the gate, I hit my head on the gate, on my brother grave. When the police came, that's the first thing they seen. So they seen blood, they thought I was grazed, you goofy. You were internet nigga on King David, on bro grave. Nick, really, hey, you hear me? I really did call niggas from y'all hood and belt to their ass, gang. On my brother grave, I just got your location to your job. On King David, I'ma knock you out and wake you back up. On my brother grave, your ass gonna be trending for the rest of your life.
So whether or not he got shot, we don't know, as it's common for rappers to deny it so the shooters don't feel accomplished. But we do know shots were fired, and Richard damn near died after being lured into Bushwick. So almost getting his head took off before the new year, the feds would knock his head off less than 2 weeks into 2025. On January 10th, Richard would be taken into custody and indicted on possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The feds would allege 1 month after Richard's brother was killed, Richard possessed a 9mm Beretta with a defaced serial number and an extended magazine holding 25 rounds. Richard, or someone close to him, would take to Instagram stating he needs a federal lawyer and he'd call upon his fans and supporters for help. But with the feds, there isn't much that can be done. Unless Richard has Zay Osama money and can get the same lawyer who got Zay 14 months in prison for a Glock with a switch, then Richard can expect to get something around 4 years in federal prison. Whether it was his brother's death mixed with the paranoia from the dissing Richard did, or he just kept it on him, knowing he was playing a risky game in New York, Famous Richard's career has officially been put on standby and could quite possibly be ended as he awaits federal prosecution. Now with the internet, it's almost like a gladiator ring, right? The fucking Coliseum. That's what the internet has become, because the consumers, the people that's watching, they want more and more and more riskier shit, more dangerous shit. You're pussy if you don't do this, you're a bitch if you don't do that. And then when you do it, you're stupid, you're dead, and then they're in your comments saying ha ha ha, whatever, you got smoked, right?
That's why I don't do that internet shit, bro, because they don't give a fuck. You feel me? It's like if you do something, just like my nigga Lil Durk, free smirk, you feel me? Motherfuckers was mocking the shit out of bro when V-Roy, you feel me? Then when the feds finally got him, now Smirk a dummy. He a dumbass nigga, like, you feel me? Like, oh, you in your prime career and shit out there, like, bro, you feel me? You finna, like, and now, like, that's why I don't do the internet, and it's like, fuck the fans, you know what I'm saying? Not my supporters, you feel me? But it's like, y'all egging this shit up, you feel me? For a motherfucker to do some shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't heard a motherfucker say, slide for Lil Pab. I ain't hear nobody say that, you feel me? It was a whole meme when my nigga V-Roy died. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be crazy.
Right? That's the internet. Boom Gang did crazy shit, especially for his time. He's really like one of the pioneers of doing crazy fucking shit. He was running up in churches, running on store calendars, everything. But he completely changed his life around. He was on drugs, he was on this, he was on that, completely changed his life. Now he's a man of God. And all anybody can do is salute that, bro, because the career that he had was only going to go so far. And a lot of the people that were on that ride with him went nowhere. So when it comes to Famous Richard, you can only ride this wave until it goes bad. That graze to the head, whether it was real or not, could have ended his life. At the end of the day. Now he's going to federal prison and he's made plenty of enemies dissing on the internet. And it's unfortunate because, you know, society or the internet is fueling the fuckery. The fuckery is putting money in people's pockets. And when they see, oh, he's doing dumb shit making money, I'm gonna do dumb shit and make some money. And it becomes this endless cycle of just jackassery. You know, we don't have Jerry Springer anymore. You don't need the fucking platform. You just go right on the internet yourself and fucking record it.
Yeah, that's
the outcome. He escaped Chicago only to act up in another city. Pressing the cops, as risky as it was, you know, it was an attack.
No, I could have died one day.
But getting into
just making a video.
Members in a new city.
You know how they be doing this, bro?
in Chicago. If you move out the trenches just to move to another area where you gotta carry a Beretta with an extended magazine, and then you're going from Jersey to New York because it takes like 2 seconds, you're just crossing a bridge. But that's interstate commerce. That just became federal because you're taking a gun illegally from one state to another. And neither state you can have a 25-round magazine. So it's like, Famous Richard, he knew what he was doing, you know, and he's gonna suffer the consequences because of that. I don't think his career, if he's gonna sit down for 3, 4, 5 years, I don't think his career is gonna be waiting for him. There's gonna be plenty of new hymns. There's gonna be plenty more Famous Richards and boot gangs because they keep coming. You know what I mean? There's gonna be new skits and new this and new that. It's a career killer. And it's something that a lot of you young motherfuckers need to look at, because all that clout chasing will end up with some dumb shit happening. You move out of the hood for a better life. You don't move out of the hood to go fuck off in another hood and repeat the shit that's kept your family in the first hood. Otherwise, you should have just stayed there. But I'll keep y'all updated on the case. Like I said, with the feds, it's pretty much said and done. Famous Richard doesn't have money like that, so don't expect some top flight fucking lawyer. He's gonna sign off, and hopefully his bid ain't too long. But hey, it's 1090J. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. And what advice would you give to another young dumb motherfucker that wants to follow in these footsteps? But I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
What I could say was, like, yeah, you said everything you said was right. You feel me? You got out the trenches to get out. If that's the case, you could have just stayed there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I hope bro be safe though. Be cool. Keep your head, keep a level head. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to bet I'm gonna get up out of here though. Y'all be cool how you cool. And I'm out, bro.